after doing some serious grinding the last few weeks at work. Finally a minute to relax. If I don't get attacked by this damn thing. This video is brought to you by Corona. Just kidding, it's not. It's by my hard-ass work, my wife's hard work. We are going to do a couple things on the vet today. I got a door switch actuator that's not working. I don't know what the hell. But you're not going to sit here and watch me swimming in the pool. Recap races from, that I haven't posted. Just a little medley of races from Nitrous to Novi 1500 to the ESS G3. But no, Jesus was not just beating a truck. Had a couple minutes luckily here lately to do a few things, but of course I go to start the car up and get in it and I couldn't get in. I was like, what the hell's going on with this thing? Door would make some noise, but it wouldn't activate, because on the vet it's all electric. So you push the little button, this little button right here is electric, activates the switch that's right in here. And of course this switch that mounts to these are your emergency pulls in case your switch does go bad. So what happened is, this little factory deal, this is your actual latch. It sits inside here. You get to it from the inside and it sits in there, and that's what activates when you open and close the door. Actually it sits like that. So you push the button on the door and that's supposed to open and shut. But of course it stopped working. I tried to the fix right here. You can open this up with these two screws, clean the contacts, but it's still making contact, still latching. You could hear it try, but it just sounded like a motor that wasn't working. So dealership got a new one of those. God dang, those things are, that's like $300 for those stupid things. It sucks. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw that thing on there real quick. It just seems like it's always something. That's the problem with electronic everything. The mechanical door handles, you know, you haven't a mechanical action. Those can break, but you get an electronic one and that thing, well, obviously, as you can see, it's just what it is. So I'm gonna throw this thing back together. It only takes about 20 minutes to get it off of there, maybe 30 minutes total to do. But I had to go to the dealership and pick one of these up, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw this thing back on. Okay, what you do, you have two Torx bits. Little one right there, little one right there. Then this cover comes off. These stay attached to the cover. And what it is inside is it's just like this. You have a little pin, drops into here and here, that are connected to the wires. This one goes up to the front emergency. Yeah, it's filthy. I haven't cleaned it since I got it back. There. And the other one goes to the other emergency one in the trunk. So when you put those on, you hook that tab into the cover, and then the two Torx bits, and then this clip actually goes in, plugs right into there, and then pushes down just like that. Behind here, it's kind of a mess. You got the sticky goop that they have. You have to pull this cover, pull the sticky stuff back, and this actuator actually sits down inside of here, and that's what rides right there. And there's two bolts, two Torx bolts that hold on onto here. I'd taken this all off just because I wanted to see inside of here and make sure I had this all done right. And I'll put that cover off. You have to pop it off to get this. Well, you can just pop it up and pull this out, this one. But I pulled more of it off than I should have. I gotta pop this back on too, a pin. Anyways, so I'm gonna throw this back together real quick and finish this up and then start it up. I got a belt that's squeaking. I gotta do some tightments, some adjustments, and then hopefully I'll get it out here for a little drive today. It's been pretty busy, but I do want to drive it. And it's getting a little warm, but not too bad today, like high 90s, so not too bad. So I'm gonna finish this up. Well, let's see if it works. Sometimes, you know, you do stuff like this and shit just doesn't go right. But, oh, that's beautiful. Got some of that sticky glue stuff from that cover piece on here that I gotta clean off. I might need to adjust the height on this a little bit. I don't know if there's much to adjust, but it feels like it's sticking in there pretty when it comes off. Well, actually seems to be working pretty good. So I'm gonna put this thing back together. I got the panels here to put back together on it. Still got the welds over there. I haven't even put those on in 7-8 months. More of the sticky black crap from that piece. So I'm gonna throw this thing back together and then hopefully get it out for a drive. Gotta be careful with those plastic pieces, the panels. When you were taking them off of here, I was reaching my finger across to pull these things up. These things just rip your fingers up. They're pretty sharp, so it feels like a wicked paper cut, but I'm gonna throw this thing back together and then go for a drive. That's all wrapped up, and now I gotta fix one thing that like drives me absolutely nuts, and I'm sure everybody else has this happen with these roofs at some time, is the creaky crap. I tried lubing, tried O-rings, lubing and O-rings. I even have a GM sealant. Where's it at in here? This stuff I was recommended, rubber sealant protectant. It's supposed to help lube all the seals and everything, but I'm pretty sure it's not working. But I'm gonna try because it's creaking like crazy. So I'm gonna lube up these seals, lube all this up, but maybe put some grease around the fittings or the female sides, and then maybe try O-rings, some more O-rings around these. If any of you guys know how to make that not squeak, please let me know. It's just creaking and crackling. And so I'm gonna lube this thing up, throw it back together, and go for a drive. One of the crappy things about Arizona, and there's not many, is, well, the heat in the summer kind of sucks. Right now it's not too bad. I'm sweaty because I've been working in there. But these little guys, I just found him over behind the trash can. I went to take out the garbage in this little guy here. He's a big one too. I must have stomped on him 2 or 3 times, and he's still moving a little bit. He's about dead. I'll make sure he's dead. These little guys, you find them every now and then. You can spray as much as you want, you're still gonna find them. We have some citrus trees, and I guess they like those a little bit, but man, I've never got stung. I don't want to. My son's been stung in our other house, not in this one. But I guess around some of these trees, they like this stuff. So you gotta spray all the crevices and cracks around the house, and you know, underneath there all along, but you can't get them all. You try to. Luckily there's not too many around, but anyways, car's back together. I think I gotta check out these belts, find out why I'm losing a squeak or getting a squeak on one of them, and then clean all this off a little bit and go for a drive, see how she's doing. Just a few more miles to put on before tuning right now. We got about, I don't know, a couple 100 miles total on this thing. Gotta put a few more on, make sure everything's good, check the oil coolant, make sure everything's perfect before we take it into build. I don't want to waste this time. I know how limited those guys are for time on tuning, and he puts a lot of effort into these things, so I want to make sure that the car is ready as I can before we get there. Got some people chomping at the bit to knock this car off the top. You know, there's people young up and coming racers around that don't know what this car did before, and people are betting against it, you know, and that's fine. There's always gonna be somebody faster, always somebody pushing it, but we'll see if I even tell the numbers what this car does. I don't know if I will. Too many people lying about their numbers, you know, 99 horsepower less than they have, stuff like that. It's like, you know what, why even lie at all? Say what your car has, and bring the best it's got. Bring the absolute fastest car you can afford, or that your build setup can be. And there's no shame in losing when somebody outpowers you, outdrives. Driving in the roll, it's not much out driving in that. But just bring what you got. Bring the best that your car can do. You don't have to lie about it. If somebody does better than you or beats you, it really doesn't matter. I mean, you lose whatever you bet, and that's fine. But to win a race claiming that you got less horsepower than you really have, for me, man, that's chicken shit. Bring the best your car has, and if it doesn't win, so what? It's a great car, I'm sure. It's the best that it can be at that time, or that you can afford. Doesn't mean you're any less of a man, or your car is any less of a good car or a good build. But if you gotta lie about what power you have, just don't tell. If you don't want to tell, don't tell. But lie about it, that's chicken shit. That really is chicken shit. Going out there like a man and running with the best you got, that's freaking being a man. If you lose, you lose. Like I said, man, there's always gonna be somebody faster. So props to the people telling the truth about what they got, what they have, and there's always gonna be somebody faster. So whatever. So we'll get out there when I get this thing tuned. Hopefully it's not too damn hot. We'll have to do something really late at night, or even wait. Maybe I'll make them wait. Who knows? I'm not gonna hurt my car. I don't want them to hurt their car either. Bottom line is we all need to go home after. There's no shame in friggin' just not racing if you're not right. If the car's not right. Don't be claiming victories or badass pulls on cars that are her or didn't do their, you know, had an issue. I think that's chicken too. But if there's a bet, there's money on it, collect that bet. Say rerun coming, but we'll see. Guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and we're gonna get this thing dialed in. It's been a long run, and I appreciate you guys watching. Peace.